because I'm always idealistic. I'm a dreamer by nature, and so that's good and that's bad, you know. I'm a dreamer but also unrealistic. Hey guys, welcome back to Root Troop Adventures. We are on vacation this week, and I have had a couple mornings to sit out here quietly by myself and kind of have some self-reflection and some family reflection. As a matter of fact, the boys are out in the kayak. I think you can see them in the background. They're trying to fish from the kayak today. They did fish from the pier the other night and were able to catch some fish, so they're pretty excited about that. Good job, buddy.
I just put a trout just got back.
So you caught a trout in the time that I was gone?
Yeah, I caught two catfish and a trout.
That's awesome, buddy. Hey, boys. Oh my goodness. You saw an alligator? So that's our first alligator sighting of the trip so far. I'm going to have to help them get out of the water from their kayak. I'll be right back. Two of the boys are back. They did see an alligator. Apparently, the spot that Ben thought would be great for fishing, the alligators also thought would be good for breakfast. So they came back. And now Gideon and Jack are headed off to just look around. No fishing for them. The goal is to keep them in the kayak. So, but they look like they're having a good time. It's super cute watching them ride out across the water. So the first thing that I have discovered being here with our own pool and a dock with kayaks and the water right outside for them to fish and to play and to explore and experience is that all the kids seem to be happier in general when they can be outside and they can be doing things. And I love that they have spent more time doing actual things than just video games or watching tablets. Now I know that's like, well, duh, everybody says that. That's long known things. But we do live in the city. We do have neighbors close on both sides of us. We don't have a huge backyard. It's a different type of experience. Having said that, that doesn't mean that we can't still have those experiences. They just might not be in our backyard necessarily. So one of the things on my to-do list is when we get home, I'm going to try to figure out how to do a better job of giving them those experiences more regularly, even if it's once a week, going somewhere, making a point to put it on the schedule to go somewhere that has a creek or a pond or a nature trail or something that lets them have that outside time to roam and explore and I guess do hands-on learning. And one of the huge perks to homeschool is being able to do that. And it's part of their total learning. And it's not a huge deal if, you know, they do math and language in the evening because they spent the day exploring. One of the things that I have definitely realized being on vacation is that we are in desperate need of decluttering everywhere. The stuff, all the stuff that we feel like we need, all the gadgets and gizmos and the things that we keep on hand for what if this situation or what if that situation or somewhere down the road just creates so much clutter. And I mean, we have a lot of kids, so we're going to have more stuff just because we have more people. But it is so nice to walk into a room and not have stuff everywhere, which is really great when you go on vacation and you see that. Like, there's one closet and it has a few tubs of toys and that's it. It's not a room full of toys. It's not every toy that you've had since you were born. You know, we do sometimes, like us as a family, fall into a trap, and it's totally my fault, of Benji loved this toy. You know, he loved these Transformers and he played with them, and now it is Henry's turn to play with them, and then we're saving them for Gideon, and now, you know, Jack is going to have his turn with him, and then we're going to keep them for Ethan too. And so, like, but Benji still continues to amass toys, and Henry continues to get things. Not that I don't want them to have things that they like and enjoy, but we have to remember, especially with a bigger family, like, you loved it, you enjoyed it, you played with it, you've outgrown it, it's time to let it go. Because the younger boys might not necessarily be into that. Or to be honest with you, like, my parents get stuff for the kids from yard sales all the time. And it's the new things, the things that they're into. Jack is different in some ways, of course. Each kid is different in some ways than other kids, and if we can let go of those things, then it gives room for things to come in that Jack does want and Jack does enjoy, because he's not overflowed with all these other things. So I am definitely going to work on our entire house. That's going to be a whole separate vlog. I'm going to take it room by room of how we declutter and get rid of stuff, because I have spent so much time trying to organize the stuff and organize the chaos. And I think what I realized being here is the answer is really to get rid of the chaos and the clutter. And then you will find the peace and the calm, because you're not trying to organize and balance and care for all of the stuff. Just have the stuff that you need. Just have the stuff that you really want. And all of the other stuff, just say, I enjoyed it, and let it go. So that's going to be a huge challenge for me. It's going to be really hard with the kids, because we've already conditioned them for something else. So this is going to be very much an unlearning and relearning. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But I'm definitely going to do it. But the kitchen is a whole other situation, you know, because we've got kid cups and we've got water bottles, and we've got, you know, all the lids and the straws that go on the cups and the bottles, and you can really never find the straw that you need for the lid that matches on the bottle. You don't have the right pieces. And when you go somewhere on vacation like this, I realize that you have certain needs when you have children under 5. You need the cups with lids, of course. The big things that I want to do different in the kitchen is get rid of all the stuff, and and maybe have a little better quality, so that when the kids load the dishwasher, they don't just get all chipped up. Because that is one thing that I have noticed is with assigning them the task of helping with chores, is the result of lots of chipped dishes. I think that's just because a lot of the stuff that I've used with them, my approach has been, let's just get something cheap. Maybe my approach should have been, let's get quality and it'll last us longer. So the kitchen is going to be my big place to tackle. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday of our vacation, and I am out here by the pool and by the canal this morning, enjoying some quiet time. It's probably like one of my favorite parts of vacation, because it is like actually quiet here. It's funny because there are houses everywhere. I mean, they're just like everywhere. There's probably, you know, in this one little spot, hundreds of houses. And so you would think it would be really noisy, because at home, I'm sure my neighbors would tell you, bless their hearts, if you live beside a family, it's noisy. But even though I know there are other people here, I've seen them. And even though I know this isn't like their busy season, it is so quiet out here. I can hear the fish jumping out of the water this morning. And they are big fish that jump out of the water too. But there's no voices. There's nobody. The air, I don't know if it's because the way the water is, or the movement of the air carries the sound away or keeps the sound from traveling. I don't know which, but it is a different type of quiet than at home. It's very interesting, but I really like it. But the sun is setting, so it's getting to be your bedtime. Isn't that right? Yeah. And Ethan is almost 1. Next week when we get home, you're going to be almost 1. Yes, look at your crazy hair sticking up. Say, okay, we're going to go get ready for night-night. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Can you say bye-bye? Can you say bye-bye? You are a handsome boy.